So we've got a premium controller, premium features. It also comes with a premium price tag. What's up guys, Sam from Radjunk here, and today we're going to be doing a controller review. So, it's kind of my job to test controllers and games and kind of review them, but I never really film the process. So today, it's going to be my first time doing it on camera. Handheld Legend has sent us a ProGCC controller, so we're going to unbox this guy, talk about specs, test it on a Switch, and figure out if this is in fact the ultimate Switch Pro controller. All right, so the packaging on this is really nice, which I definitely appreciate. I'm a sucker for good packaging. And inside is the controller. So, it's pretty standard Switch Pro controller. Feels good in the hands, the weight's nice. It's got custom buttons. They look good, feel good. And then I'm gonna turn this bad boy on, which, there's different configurations for different modes, whether you're playing wirelessly on the Switch or you're wired on the PC or you're playing on other consoles, there's different button configurations that you can do for that. So, it's RGB. Check out, beautiful, shiny, love that. It uses USB-C, which it does come with a really nice USB-C to USB-A braided cable. That way you can plug it directly into your Switch dock, or you can plug it in straight into your PC. When you plug it into your PC, you can change the colors, you can change the button mapping, the dead zones, in your joysticks and everything. So this thing is super, super customizable, which, is really nice. And also, it's got Hall effects joysticks, which means no drift, which, is our #1 complaint with any Switch controller, period. So you won't have to worry about that with this guy, which is fantastic. Also, back to the USB-C. So you can play this on the Switch, you can play it on the PC, and they also make USB-C adapters to NES, Super Nintendo, N64, and GameCube. So you can use this on a lot of different things, which is really cool. And those cables, you can get them from Handheld Legend's website. They're 10 to 12 bucks, depending on which one you get, which is super cool. So let's try this thing out on an actual Switch and let's play some games. All right, so we're gonna play Tetris Forever, which is basically just like going through the history of Tetris, and there's a bunch of different ones on there. This is Tetris Warped. So it, throws you into some different levels of different Tetris games. So we're gonna start there and see how it feels. Feels responsive and good so far. You wouldn't think that Tetris is really a game that requires, your controller to not have lag, but we went to the Tetris World Championships because they had it at the SoCal Gaming Expo last year, and I watched a man cry outside because his controller was lagging and it caused him to lose. So should have had this controller, I guess. But yeah, feels good. It's nice and responsive. I'm no Blue Scooty, but I'm all right at Tetris. I watched that kid play. He's nuts, by the way. But yeah, feels good. The weight of this is really nice. Feels good in the hands. And buttons are nice and clicky. Also, the fact that I don't have to worry about this thing ever drifting because of these Hall effects joysticks is fantastic. Because it's the worst finding a controller that you like and then it ends up getting drift. So that is definitely a plus here. So yeah, I don't know how long you guys want to watch me play Tetris. Probably not that long, but feels good. And I think, if you wanted to use this for competitive play, it would be a good controller to use because it is very responsive, no lag here. Like I said, I'm not crazy at this or anything, but I'm a lot better at this than I am at Smash. Like, yo, I don't need the judgment from you guys on that, which, you know, is probably, if you're buying this controller, what you're mainly going to want to use it for. But I am garbage at Smash, so we're gonna play Tetris instead. All right. So, like I said earlier, you know, you can play this on multiple consoles if you get the adapter cable. So maybe, you know, let's play some 64 games now, just to kind of see how that feels. Because I'm sure you guys don't want to watch me suck at Tetris forever, so let's go with an N64 game. Which obviously, you know, we're playing the Switch online, but if you wanted to hook this up to an actual Nintendo 64, you could. So let's see. What are we gonna play? I guess we should probably do like Mario Kart or something. Ridge Racer. Superior racing game here, but let's go for Mario Kart. Which, you know, this will be good practice since we'll be able to play this, you know, we'll be able to play Mario Kart World with this controller since this will be compatible with the Switch too. 64 is not my favorite, but you know, the GameCube games aren't on here yet. Because again, we'll be coming on the Switch too, so be doing that. Let's see how the joysticks feel, because I did not get to test those out with Tetris. Very responsive. Feels good. Like I said, Mario Kart 64 is not my favorite. I'm more of a Double Dash kind of girl, but you know, it's not on here, so working with what we got. But yeah, I mean, this is super responsive. Feels good. Feels better than a 64 controller. We'll say that. I'm not even a 64 controller hater. This controller's just nice. I mean, honestly, you know, plugging this into a 64 would be great. Because I might actually end up getting one of those cables and doing that. But yeah, this thing's great. I have no complaints here. This thing is like a pro controller on steroids. Like, build quality is nice. I personally like the rainbow of colors here, but if you don't want it so flashy, you can make it just white or, you know, a solid color. You can plug this into your PC and adjust the RGB through their application. You can also change the button mapping, you can change your dead zones. This thing is totally customizable, and you can, you know, make it as you want it. And, you know, when you're paying as much money as you are for this, you should be able to do that. We've got a premium controller with premium features, and with that does come a premium price tag. MSRP on this guy is $174.99. And Handheld Legend was cool enough to give us a coupon code for you guys. So you can use this coupon code to get 5% off. Follow the link in the description and definitely check out Handheld Legend. Now, I know that it's a lot to spend on a Switch controller, right? And I'm not saying that everybody should go out and buy this, because I understand that not everyone has the want or the funds to spend $175 on a controller, right? Like, you're not buying these for your kids to play Fortnite with. Like, if all you're playing on your Switch is Animal Crossing, then yeah, you probably don't need this controller. However, if you're doing a lot of gaming, you're doing a lot of competitive play, or, you know, you're just feeling bougie and you want like the best of the best for Switch controllers, this is it. Like, this is the controller for you. You're not gonna have to worry about lag. You're not going to have to worry about latency issues and, you know, stick drift and all that. So I recommend it. That's it. That's the review. I want to say a huge thank you to Handheld Legend for sending me this controller. I obviously loved it. You know, even if you're not in the market for a new Switch controller, you should definitely check out Handheld Legend. They've got tons of stuff where you can build your own controller, you can mod Game Boys, they've got all kinds of great parts. I've been ordering them from them for years, so, you know, sponsorship aside, I definitely recommend them. So, you know, let me know if you guys want to see any more reviews like this, you want to see me review some more hardware, software, whatever, and let me know in the comments what your favorite Switch controller is. Until next time, stay rad. So you can get probably one of the best Switch controllers out there for less than the price of 2 copies of Mario Kart World.